What if I told you the most powerful man in world soccer was on the verge of being ousted in a matter of days? Not by a scandal, not by a legal battle, but by a calculated power play that exposed the rot at the heart of FIFA? This isn't just about Gianni Infantino losing his job, it's about the unraveling of a system that's been propped up by backroom deals, Trump-era connections, and a complete disregard for the very sport it claims to govern. Let me break this down for you. Imagine this, a man who just presided over the most lucrative World Cup in history, $15 billion in revenue, then decides to sell a piece of the World Cup to a guy named Joshua Kushner. Not just any guy. The brother of Donald Trump's son-in-law. And not just any deal. A deal that would have given Kushner and his investors a financial stake in the future of global football. Sounds like a recipe for disaster, doesn't it? But here's the kicker. Infantino didn't even bother to consult his own leadership team. He just went ahead, surrounded by Trump allies, and expected everyone to fall in line. What makes this really interesting is how it reveals the absurdity of FIFA's governance model. This isn't a sports organization, it's a rogue state with its own currency, its own laws, and a president who treats the entire world like a personal playground. Let's talk about the Kushner connection. This isn't just a random investment, it's a direct line to the Trump family. Think about it, FIFA paid rent to Trump's family business for office space in Manhattan. They gave him a peace prize. And now, they're allegedly mortgaging the future of the World Cup to a fund owned by Trump's extended family. It's like the most surreal episode of The Apprentice ever. But here's what people don't realize, this isn't just about money. It's about control. Infantino isn't selling a stake, he's creating a new power structure where his friends, his donors, and his political allies get first dibs on the future of the game. And if that doesn't make you uneasy, I don't know what will. Now, let's step back and look at the bigger picture. FIFA's finances are sitting on billions in reserves, yet they're rushing to sell off pieces of the World Cup to private investors? That's not financial prudence, that's desperation. It's like a company with a $100 million bank account suddenly deciding to take out a loan just to fund a CEO's ego trip. And what's the justification? Global development? That's the most transparently vague excuse I've ever heard. If Infantino wanted to reward member associations, he could have done it without involving Trump's family. But no, he had to go full house of cards and play this out in front of the world. What this really suggests is that FIFA's leadership has become a revolving door for billionaires and politicians who see football as a currency, not a sport. And then there's the fallout. UEFA and Concacaf aren't just upset, they're actively plotting his removal. They're talking about boycotts, emergency meetings, and even a potential candidate from outside Europe. This isn't just a power struggle, it's a reckoning. The people who've been quietly fuming for years, executives, federations, fans, are finally saying, enough. What many people don't realize is that this isn't just about Infantino. It's about the entire system. If he falls, does it mean reform? Or does it just pave the way for another corrupt leader with a different set of connections? Here's the thing, football is the most popular sport on the planet. But right now, it's being run by people who treat it like a personal empire. And if we don't start holding them accountable, we'll keep watching as the game we love is sold off piece by piece. So I'll leave you with this, what if the next World Cup isn't just about the matches, but about whether we're willing to demand better from the people in charge?